Welcome to Journey Through Time, a channel that keeps important historical events for each day of the year.
June 22, 1941, a seemingly peaceful morning, but then became the beginning of the most terrible human disaster of the 20th century. Nazi Germany suddenly attacked the Soviet Union. Operation Barbarossa began, and from then on, tens of millions of lives were caught up in the vortex of war. For Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, the three lands on the front line, June 22 has become a painful symbol, commemorated every year to remind us of the unforgettable memory. Before that, in 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed the Molotov Pact, a temporary but calculated agreement. The two sides secretly divided Eastern Europe. Poland was split in two. The Baltic states were annexed one by one, but that reconciliation did not last long. In the summer of 1940, in just 6 weeks, France, the military powerhouse, fell. The entire European continent was almost under the boot of Nazi Germany. In December 1940, Hitler ordered the Soviet Union must be destroyed in a lightning campaign. Before winter, the code-named Operation Barbarossa, the largest invasion in modern history, began to be prepared. Nearly 4 million soldiers from Germany and its allies, more than 3.000 tanks, 2.700 aircraft, spread over a 2.900 kilometers front, from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. The Soviets had a larger army, but were disorganized, underarmed, and distrustful. Stalin did not even believe Hitler would attack. At 3:15 a.m. on June 22, without a declaration of war, thousands of German guns opened fire. The Luftwaffe destroyed more than 1.200 Soviet aircraft in just a few hours. The attacks tore through the front lines, north towards Moscow, south across Ukraine, northwest pressing on the Baltic and Leningrad. At the Brest fortress, where 9.000 Red Army soldiers were trapped, without water or reinforcements, they fought to the last bullet. A message was carved on the wall: "I am dying, but I do not surrender. Goodbye, fatherland." In just a few weeks, more than 600.000 Soviet soldiers were captured. The Germans declared, "The operation is progressing beyond expectations. The enemy is stunned." But it was more than just war. It was genocide. In Belarus, more than 200 villages were burned down, along with their entire population. In Ukraine, Babin Yar, a ravine near Kiev, became the scene of 33.771 Jews being executed in 2 days. Barbarossa was supposed to last 10 weeks. But winter came, and from the ashes, the Soviets began to rise. More than 2.500 factories were removed from the war zone. Restoring production, the entire economy was put into wartime mode. The Eastern Front officially became the decisive battlefield of World War II. Britain and the Soviet Union, from ideological rivals, became allies. Churchill said, "Whoever is against fascism is our friend." But the price was immeasurable. Belarus lost more than 2.2 million people, a quarter of its population. Ukraine, more than 7 million dead and missing. Russia, more than 13 million military and civilian dead. These numbers are not just data. They are flesh and blood. They are children who never grew up. They are memories that have never been told. And today, more than 80 years later, war has returned to the same land. Russia and Ukraine, regions that once fought together against the Nazis, are now facing each other in a war that is now entering its 4th year. Remembrance Day on June 22, not only is it a bow to the past, but also an occasion to ask ourselves, have we learned enough from history? And who will be the custodian of memory, so that no one else falls?